Hi, I'm going to describe intrinsic value described by Ben Graham in the book Security Analysis. The first thing Ben says that intrinsic value is not a target. It's not a definite value which one can ascertain for any company or organization, stocks or bonds. He says that it's more like a range which one could say that the intrinsic value of the organization falls within. So you could say an organization has a value between $20 and $40 as an example. So that's how he described it. There are four factors which he talks about, or four attributes of an organization which determine its intrinsic value. The first factor which he talks about is the assets of the organization. That's the first factor. The second factor which he talks about is the cash and cash equivalents of the organization. So cash is the second factor. The third factor which he talks about are the dividends which the organization gives back to its shareholders. So the dividends are the third factor. The fourth factor which he talks about are the earnings of the organization. So earnings is the fourth factor. These four factors which we've talked about as of now are numerical figures which you can look up. But the fifth factor which he talks about is not a number, it's not a figure which, it's not an attribute which you can put a figure on easily. He talks about it as the definite prospects of the organization's products and services. So if one summarizes what we've just talked about, intrinsic value is not a definite value, it's a range, and it depends on the assets, the cash, the dividend, the earnings, and the prospects of its products and services.